look like a mob to me. I see grandmas out there, I see grandpas. I see veterans, I see kids, I see moms, I see dads, brothers, sisters. I don't see a mob, okay? All right, well, I just want to mention, you know, regular folks, okay? All of us are regular folks. There we go. Let's give them a real hand. Let's go. How many folks we got here from New Lenox? Those people will tell you that New Lenox is the home of proud Americans, and I want to welcome you to the home of proud Americans, New Lenox, Illinois. Recently, there has been a lot of talk about where the Tea Parties go from here. What can we do next? How can we, each of us, make the politicians represent our interests? Take it from me, we have got the attention of the Get and Keep Power crowd. Now we have an opportunity to show them that we, the people, are still in charge of this country.
We're here to celebrate America today. We're here to celebrate the nation that places human rights above everything else in our Constitution, in power in place to protect those rights.
We're here to tell the government that the Constitution begins with we the people, not we the government.
Cause you disagree, it's just another of their dirty tricks to silence you and me. So I believe in the Constitution. That's wrong. Anyone who trembles and should be moving out the door. If you love your country, come on and join that band. Sing all the freedom and liberty. Things you love to show you freedom. Now listen, now how to advocate to violence. That's what the so-called peace crowd do. We're talking peaceful protests to defend the red, white, blue. Get out of road, out these clouds, don't love the USA. Play a play, losing sweet, what the French might say. All the tea, party across this land. If you love this country, come on and join our band. Sing it all, your freedom and liberty. Riot, riot. God ain't you that's not shown us freedom and
Workers' comp, which is a mess in all 50 states. And he said, all the billions of dollars they spend on that, that's not included in this Obamacare thing. Why not? Don't they want to help us? I said, well, that's a rhetorical question because the answer is no, they don't want to help. This isn't about caring for people who don't have insurance. This is about power. This is about gathering power.
Right, nothing to do with us.
Forget about the redistribution of wealth. We're now going headlong into the redistribution of power from the people to the government. That's flat out wrong. The 10th Amendment gives all of us all those powers not specifically given to the government. To promote the general welfare doesn't mean to promote welfare in general. It doesn't mean take over the financial industry. It doesn't mean take over the automobile industry. It doesn't mean take over the healthcare industry. It doesn't mean take over the personal decisions you and I make in our own lives. It doesn't mean any of that. I love this young man's sign right down front here. You can't see it. It says, what? I owe how much? I'm only 13. This young man owes about $250,000 yet, and he hasn't even taken out his first college loan. It's insanity. We're watching the United States of America, our government, actually try to destroy the system that made this nation great and replace model that's responsible for the deaths of hundreds of millions of people.
And Thomas Jefferson said it best when he said, "Love your country and question your government." It's absolutely time to get back to what the Constitution says. This is a government of the people, for the people, and by the people, not of those elected officials.
You know, contrary to what liberals would have us to believe, conservatism is back on the radar in America. It's not outdated. It's very suited for our times. It's how our country was founded, and it's what will keep America the home of the brave, the land of the free.
I cannot believe that we have over 10,000 angry mobsters here today. I'm so excited to be here. I am a little bit disappointed though because somebody left my teleprompters back at the last stop. You guys know about teleprompters in Chicago, right?
Yeah, we have one in Washington.
I don't need it. I'm just going to speak from my heart. I am so blessed to be on this Tea Party Express bus with all these wonderful people carrying this message across the country. We started in California last Friday, and we had a great crowd there. The crowds have continued to grow. Every single stop, they get bigger and bigger, and you know, you guys are the biggest crowd yet. You know, I'm no one special. I have no political aspirations. I've never been an activist in my life. I'm just a mom, just a regular person like most of you. However, back in February, I was tired of seeing what was going on in Washington, D.C. with our elected officials. I was tired of screaming at my radio and screaming at my TV, and I decided to get off my couch and do something about it. The day after Rick Santelli had his rant on TV, there were about, yes, we love Rick Santelli. The day after Rick Santelli had his rant, there were about 22 of us that got together on a conference call. We were from many different organizations and we all came together through Twitter. On that conference call, we decided to have a tea party the following Friday. We defined our success with 10 tea parties across this country with 50 to 100 people in attendance at each tea party. On Monday morning, we all got busy planning our tea parties. That following Friday, 4 days later, at 12 noon, simultaneously across this country, we had 50 tea parties with 30,000 people in attendance.
To our adversaries, I'm going to quote Abraham Lincoln. Some of you will say, hey, Republicans, so go ahead and give them a shout out. You cannot help the poor by destroying the rich. You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. You cannot bring about prosperity by discouraging thrift. You cannot lift the wage earner up by pulling the wage earner down. You cannot further the brotherhood of man by inciting class hatred. You cannot build character and courage by taking away people's initiative and independence. You cannot help people permanently by doing for them what they should and could do for themselves.